Hello everyone, welcome to A Card Cat Made. Today is Halloween, so welcome everyone. I'm just going to make a couple of quick Halloween cards using some foil and some ink blending. So I'll probably fast forward through a lot of the ink blending because you don't need to sit here and watch me play with colours. But I thought I'd just pop on and say hi and show you a bit of what I do. So I'm going to be using Crafty Critta toner foil art here because they've done the work for me and it saves me all the work. So I'm going to use one of their ones here, pretty portrait bats. And I'm actually going to, as strange as it sounds, I know they're already in black, but I'm actually going to use black foil. So I already pre-cut this to size before I started filming. Now I'm just going to dust this. Always dust your foil and toner down before you foil, just to get rid of any dust particles or pet hair or anything that might be on there, because you don't want anything to get in the way of that. This will work a lot better if I actually turn my mink on. Just as well, they don't take very long to heat up. Now, this is how I keep track of my mink folders, because if you have a bunch of these just floating around in your craft room, it's really easy to lose them. So I just have a little piece of paper that I keep inside so that I know where they are. It's nothing special, it's just there for me. Now, I did dust that down, but just make sure that's there. There we go. And the mink's already hot and ready for us. Excellent. So I thought what I'd do is we'd do one card. I just turn over to the back so that I can kind of have a little tiny little bit of a gap up there, and that's just so that later when I use the toner art I've got a little bit of extra something. Now I have that up against the edge there, and always have the folded edge leading in. I run mine on a 2 because that seems to work best for me. Some people need to use a 3. It really comes down to your mink, the day of the week. I swear it's one of those things that I always try on less. If it doesn't look like it's worked, I'll up the heat and go again. Now, we don't want to peel it as soon as it comes through because you want it to cool down just a little bit. And you also don't want to pull it out of the machine, which I wasn't doing. Oh, I didn't leave enough room behind. So we'll just take that out. Put this off to the side. Now I thought this probably looked like a really nice piece of toner sheet for us to use as our background, but I'm guessing, and sometimes what you think is going to look good in your head isn't how it works out. Now I'm just cooling this down. Get my fingerprints off it. Time for the reveal. Ooh. It's done a fantastic job. Now I know that's not going to look that impressive because it was already black and I've just put black over it. But when we ink blend this, the ink's actually going to resist the foil is going to resist the ink, so it's going to blend all behind it. We'll be able to wipe it down, and then the foil is going to be all nice and beautiful and shiny again. So let's have a look at this. I think that looks fantastic. So we've got that direction, or we can spin it round that way. I think I'm going to turn it the other way so that the green is down the bottom, just so that, because that way in my mind we've got, I don't know what this is, but we've got water, we've got grass, we've got the sunset, and that's what the story I'm telling myself is anyway. So now, because all of that is toner, it means that all of this extra foil that we've got here that you'd normally throw away and put in the bin will now actually stick to this, and we get to have 2 cards for 1 piece of foil. So that's why when I refer to negative foiling or waste foil or that sort of stuff, that's actually what I'm talking about. Now here I'm just lining that up with where I had that earlier. That looks lovely. straighten all that out and run it through again. And we're good to go. I just hold that up as it feeds through, because anything that I can do to stop it from wrapping around the rollers, I'll keep this going as good as I can for as long as possible, because these are not easy to get in Australia, especially the mini ones, because I don't know, I swear craft suppliers just like to make things hard for us here in Australia. Okay, so I might be being a little bit facetious with that one, but oh wow, I'm loving how that's looking. So let's just take that out. Now I'm actually done with my mink already. That was short and sweet. I'll put my folder back away. Please excuse me keeping on coughing. I have a little bit of a cough that I'm getting over. Now let me pop this away. And then we have more room. Now this is almost cold. Let's see what we got. And so we have all of that would have been wasted that wasn't. That's fantastic. And those little bits are obviously bits that were inside mats. So that's fantastic. I'm really happy with that. So that can actually just be cut down to a card front, sentiment popped on there, and we've got a finished card. Really easy. Loving that. Next here, I'm just going to get out a silicone mat and do a spot of ink blending on this. So I'll speed up and I will speak to you again once I've done some blending. Well, that's how easy it was to ink blend. Now, once some of that ink is still sitting on top of the paper a little bit, I'm going to give it a few minutes. It'll soak in a little bit more and all the colors will blend out just that little bit more on their own. And I'm going to give these a trim down, stick them to a card base, and we'll be back.